Namaste. Welcome back. Welcome back to another live. So, if you're new to this channel, my name is Aditya Soma, and today I have a wonderful guest for you. Not one, four guests. So, today's live is about Windsor Market. So I thought, why not just me talking about Windsor Market? I'm gonna bring in the rockstar agents who are on the ground crushing it to share more information on what they're seeing. So with that, I want to give a formal introduction. I'm gonna be a little formal. Okay. So first of all, we are Win City team. We are real estate agents in Windsor, and when you see my content, when you see Aditya Soma, uh, it's not just me alone, because things doesn't happen with a solid team, and this is my solid team. All the guys you're seeing here. So I'm going to introduce each one of them. To start with, my better half. Probably you have seen other videos. If you haven't, Mamta, who is also a realtor mama, who provide the love for the team and love for our clients. Also, who takes care of all the back end work, a lot of back end work, not just one thing. Um, Definitely, it's a blessing to have the family, the better half with me, going through all the process. And I'll start with the most senior of the team, uh, Harsha. And by the way, guys, if you're watching, of course, feel free to throw your questions, anything you have, in the comments. So we'll get to the questions as well. And we'll get to the Windsor market data in a second. So let me, it's a pleasure to introduce Harsha, flying realtor. I love that. See, he put it his name as a flying realtor because he makes sure the clients fly with the joy once they have once their goals met, whether buying or selling. And the funny story is he was my first client who trusted me on the day one, and he's the one who trusted with his career, literally switched to real estate because of the passion, all the potential. And I always hear from all the clients who worked with him, like, this guy has a lot of patience, and he takes time to explain and do everything in detail. So Harsha, thank you, and thank you for joining here. Thank you for being part of the wonderful Win City family.
Hello everyone, nice meeting you all, and thank you Aditya for all the help and support that you've given me so far.
Yeah, no,
And
you're
thanks
welcome.
to the whole team too for standing by when it is needed.
Yeah. And our junior, Kuldeep calls him a junior, Vinesh,
Oh,
who, who started like 2.5 months ago now.
yes, bro. 2 months. Yeah.
2 months,
Yeah.
and already started crushing it, like helped like 5 clients so far.
Yes, bro. 5 clients. Yeah.
So 5 clients in 2 months. The brand new agent, but who got his first home in Windsor and who was working, who is still working for City, the bridge, the new bridge construction. So if you need any more information about the bridge, how long it's going to take, why it's taking longer, you can curse him. uh, but who call himself as a value realtor because he loves providing value. And if you haven't checked out his Instagram, he also shares a lot of tips on his journey on all those things. And I was hesitant to take another new agent, and this guy perceived me so much, like, bro, I love to be part of it. And he was like, just give me, be with me for, take me for a few months. If you don't like it, we'll do something. But I would not regret my decision now after seeing your passion for the business, bro. All the clients that you're working with, everyone have a solid positive comments about you, the way you help them, the value you provide them. And coming to, probably if you haven't seen some of the videos, this rockstar agent, who is now uh, proud to call cousin. And definitely, I'm talking about you. Uh,
Wow.
so,
Thank you. Thank you.
this guy literally moved from Australia,
Yeah.
just literally moved the whole family just because of the passion for real estate. I'm like, I don't know how many people would do that. Take that leap of faith and, literally leave the business that is making good income and get into a complete new country with a lot of struggles. And it took 2 years to process the whole thing to get here. And now he's crushing it. Like last month, 30 days he made 10 sales. That was
Yeah.
like crazy. And that you are the first agent who did that many transactions in 30 days after me, in the first year. So very, very, very proud of you, and welcome for the live. So yeah, oh sorry, I didn't mention the name, the Happy Realtor.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So if you haven't checked his Instagram, he has a wonderful son who always calls him Happy Realtor.
Yeah.
Happy for everything and happy clients, happy. Also, by the way, like you got what, rank 4 in Windsor, already rated number 4 in Windsor. That,
Thank you.
that's
And
crazy in the first year. So keep up all the hard work, and one of the best negotiator I know.
oh yeah. And all this is all it's coming from you, and
No,
it makes.
it's all the teamwork, right? Like it's all of us together. It makes it happen, and the reason we have this name tags: Realtor Mama, Freedom Agent, Flying Realtor, and Value Realtor, and Freedom Happy Realtor. It's
Yeah.
a package. If any client working with Win City, they get
Yeah.
happiness, they get a chance to get all the value, the
Yeah.
love from Mama, and they will be flying with the results. That's
Yeah.
the goal, and the freedom overall comes with all these things. So that's the concept we have this behind this name tags. So with that, guys, thank you and welcome. So I'm going to start with the presenting some information about the last month data. And please jump in, add your thoughts, do share mm, your what you're seeing in the market. Okay, so let me see if I can do, do a presentation with all of us. I don't know if it's possible to share the screen. Oops. So, guys, if you can see, and by the way, if you're new to this live, if you haven't joined before, or if you're joining for the first time, let us know where you're joining from, what's your name, what's your goals, and what made you to join this live. Whatever you can share about your about you, so that way we know. And also any questions you have, please don't hesitate to ask, because when I started this real estate journey, I felt like I should have someone who can answer my questions, support me with the big hairy goals that I have. So comment below. So coming to this month market data, can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes,
Perfect.
I can.
Yeah.
Awesome. So here's the data we have. The new listings are still down comparative to last year. The percentage that you're seeing on the screen is the amount of listings last year around the same March month, and the amount of listings this year. So it is still down, but definitely better than last month. I'm going to share that the last month data as well in a second. That I mean the February month, and the number of properties sold, still we have much less properties sold because the less inventory, right? So sales are down by still 41%, because this is like last year in March the market was the peak, the highest best month, and the average home price last year at the same time in March, it was 728,000 something, 21% more. So still, if someone thinking of getting into the market, it's still not too late. 568,000 is the March month, but look at this stats. Let me just pull up a full report how it is behaving compared to last literally comparative to last month and before that month, because this data is something that I love to just check, see how the market behaves, right? So here, this is my favorite stats. Average home price last month, February, it was 532. Just 1 month, almost 36,000 increase. Of course, last year it was only like 4,000 increase, because that's the time period around where we started the news. We started to hear the news that, the rates will start going up. But still, at this point, there was not that much of rate hikes. And this period we have seen, like literally from last month to this month, almost 6% increase just in 1 month. 6% increase, because there was a lot of news coming out saying, the banks might consider reducing the rates. The biggest reason of the price drop from last year to here is the rates. One of the reason, at least the majority of the reason. And now, because the Bank of Canada said they didn't increase the rates on March 8th. The March 8th was the announcement for the first time in I think, last 8 or 9 announcements, first time they haven't increased. So because of that, the market got even more confident. The buyers now thought, okay, I think it's time. It's over. No more price drops. So that's what we have seen in Windsor. And even January month, same thing. There was almost 16,000 increase, which is almost like, again, 2.5%. Any math geeks, they can tell exact percentage, but 2 to 3% increase, which is the sign that I'm seeing. From last year March, it was here 5,720, and then April it was dropped, and May dropped again, June dropped, until August we have seen almost 30 to 32% drop. And from August till January, we have seen kind of the average home price was fluctuating around the same price. At one point, the lowest was like 473, but mostly August to January, it was around that 520 mark. And now we are seeing the signs of going up because of all the positivity going in the market. So that's my observation. And again, I have you guys, and maybe I'll shut my mouth, and you guys share what you're seeing, because you're the guys who are, nowadays I'm not working with many clients, and you're the one who is working with all the clients. So what are you guys seeing? What how the properties are selling? How many properties, that are available for the buyers? What do you guys think? Feel free to jump on here for me. Help me here.
Yeah, I've seen the trend that many of the properties out there are getting multiple offers. There is this property that came on market yesterday, and today they had 4 offers, preemptive.
Wow. Yeah.
And last week, I must have written at least 4 offers a day, and I
Wow.
had, and I got only 4 accepted. So out of 4 out of 28 offers, and
Wow.
everywhere it's like 10 offers, 15 offers.
And what type of properties that you're seeing that are getting more bidding wars?
Bidding wars are being like properties that have potential, that are beautiful, nice. They are
Mhm.
attracting more offers, and again, the realtor also plays a key role. Pricing
Mhm.
the property is one of the key things that is attracting the offers.
Gotcha. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
my observation.
Yeah, I think I completely agree with you, especially the properties that are more like family oriented homes, and that are, under 800,000, and, more in a decent neighborhoods where families who've been waiting, right? Like all these years. And Mr. Negotiator, what do you see? Like, you focus more on investments, right? Like, what kind of properties are you seeing? Like, in the how are you seeing with the downtown area, with the rental? Because now we have this Ward 1 and 2 rental licensing. What's your experience with this?
So we are going a little bit green on getting these rental licensing properties when it comes to investing people has to come across this rental licensing, which they recently implemented in our Windsor City in Ward 1 and 2. So because of this, while we write an offer, we take the home inspection guy, take there and check all this, what needs to be done according to the licensing code from the city.
Mhm.
And that has to be taken care of for sure, because that's gonna get a big impact on students end of the day. With this impact, most of the properties near in Ward 1 and 2, the rooms are getting like squeezed before, but now the rooms, whatever which are not according to the code, are getting away from the market. So the price is definitely getting impact because of this. So I guess that's the scenario going on there.
Yeah, so that's a great point you mentioned here. First of all, those who don't know, if you're hearing for the first time about the rental licensing, so the Windsor just recently introduced this licensing thing, and it's not across all Windsor. It's only in Ward 1 and 2, and I'll show you the areas which one comes under Ward 1 and 2 in a second here. But so the rental licensing, they have certain requirements, so you have to apply before May 31st. So we got some time. If you own any properties in this Ward 1 and 2, you have to apply before May 31st for the license, and there is certain requirements that you need to meet in order to get the license. And if you don't apply, if it's an invest, I know, not for the family homes, only for the rentals, right? Like if it's a rental property, if you're a homeowner, those are the one that you need to apply. So they have requirements, like you have to get fire certificate, fire safety certificate. You have to get the building inspection. So you have to schedule a building inspection. That means so that means people going to the building inspector going to come in, check out the property, and he's going to check if all the rooms are up to the building code, if all the washrooms or kitchens are done with the permits. um, you
The
know
height.
the biggest thing is a lot of properties in this area have a low ceiling, and they have clearly said in that city requirements, the basement, if you're using it for a living space, if you're renting those space, it should have 6 8 ish, and the ceiling has to be fire rated, and it should be insulated. There's certain requirements like that, and of course you have to have egress windows. So now that is scaring a lot of people, and there are some sellers who haven't done with permits. The sellers, who don't have it legal, now they're trying to sell. But smart realtors like Win City, Kuldeep and Harsha and Vinish, what we are doing is we are helping our clients now educate. Now we know what required. We
Yeah,
have an inspector who can inspect and tell us what need to be done, and we are crunching the price. Tell
yeah.
us, Kuldeep, share the story that how much you crunched in the price for a property that you're right now on contract, the one that has a non-conforming unit, who are in the process
Yeah.
of applying.
So
Don't
I would
mention
take,
the address.
yeah, I
Don't
would
mention
take
the address, but
uh,
share
end of
the.
they was listed for a certain price, saying they need this much of money for that property, and then we wrote an offer. So we made let the ball come into our court. Once we get it, we booked an inspection. He's doing good with the inspection. He already gone through all these city bylaw codes and everything. So he 50 60%, like most 90% of the bylaw codes is done with what required by the city, and then he's giving
Mhm.
each and every detailed explanation of how much it's going to cost once we have to take this property according to the city bylaw code. So we know now, and we are the ones who's going to negotiate according to the problem. If the problem is $1, we'll start negotiating from $2. So that's like
Yeah.
we make our clients happy end of the day, because we know what is this rental licensing, what are to be required by according to the city bylaw, and we so initially we educated ourselves in our team, and then we are educating our clients to make things happen. That's how we
Yeah,
are done.
and this guy is being a little bit nice here. He's not sharing some details here.
Okay.
So first of all, they listed for X amount. He got it accepted for what? 50,000 less than that X amount. Even now,
Exactly.
this is a recent. I'm not talking about like 1 month, 2 months down the road. It was just like what,
4 days
three
back.
days ago, 4 days ago.
Yeah.
50,000 less, because
Less.
first of all, the sellers, I'm pretty sure they're scared of the rental licensing, because not everyone is willing to go through that process,
Exactly.
and they don't know exactly what to look for. So
Yeah.
there was a fear.
Yeah.
And when we are representing our client, we make sure we go with the right tools. You knew, you got the
Yeah.
inspection and you got it. Now you're negotiating even more.
Yeah.
But at the end, with the existing structure, the numbers, with the legal part, all the legal requirements that
Yeah.
it met, still it makes a good cash flow.
Exactly. And that is potential to convert once we go all the expenditure we have to spend on the property and make it according to the bylaw city code. Then there is an option to make the property as a duplex. So once we
Yeah.
convert the property into legal duplex, then the property is like sitting high on numbers.
Yeah.
So
It's, right away you bumped up the property value by 50, 60,000.
exactly. So that's the reason you guys have to have a realtor's job is not to just open the door and show you the property. A realtor's
Yeah.
job is to educate you in each and everything and make get the property under the market value. So that's what we are capable of, and that's what we are
Yeah.
doing magic in Windsor.
Yeah, yeah, love that. And Alex says, nice to see you all folks together. Thank you, Alex. Megnath, we are unable to see the clear numbers. Sorry, my bad. I'll share the numbers again in a second. Let me just go through some questions. Harshavardhan, screen is not available. Oh, shared. Okay. Let me just open the screen again and present you guys. Tell me, so you guys can hear me. So you tell me if you can hear me or not. And can you see my screen now? Is the numbers clear now?
Yeah, we can see.
Can you can see the numbers?
Yeah,
Okay. So if you see the numbers here, this is the current. So the yellow one is the this year average home price, and the blue one on the top is the average home price last year. So if you see the difference, there is a huge difference, almost 160,000, 160 or 40, 150,000 difference from last year same time to this year. So that means the properties are still down by 20-21%.
yeah,
But if you see, notice from January, our average home price was 516. It jumped to 532. There is an increase of almost 2.5%, 15,000 increase. And then from February to March, another 36,000 increase. That means like almost 6% increase in just 1 month, because there is a lot of things happening in Windsor. Number one, the economy is getting much better. There was an article actually I posted on my story recently, I think a day ago. You know, as of now, it's still not up to the many cities, but with the amount of jobs that are coming, that are getting created in next 4 or 5 years. Just see, Vinish, how many jobs created for your bridge?
I mean, there are a lot of people, like, I mean, I don't know the number, like at least in my company, at least like 500, 600,
Yeah.
right, active staff,
Hmm.
and some remote staff, and
Yeah.
engaging a lot of
that's a
subcontractors,
big
giving
impact.
and still not yet done, right, still bringing in more people just for the bridge, and still other mega projects are still lined up for Windsor. So the number is gonna skyrocket.
Yeah, and plus the EV plant is getting built. That once that opens up, probably their plan is to open it up next year. So if it opens up, that itself will create direct jobs within that, another 2,000 plus. And plus
Yeah,
there will be interconnected companies opens up. But keeping that aside, there is another new plant um, already announced in St. Thomas, that is 1.5 hour from here. So between this plant and that plant, there will be a lot more sub companies that are dependent on this EV plant. The EV plant that is dependent on those sub companies will be opening up. So there will be more jobs coming in. And plus the mega hospital, they haven't even started. They're acquiring the land right now. That is another $2-3 billion project. That brings up more jobs, and plus remote jobs, and plus the people who are working in it's a lot of people moving. At least we get every month, at least we get 5 to 10 people, just us, right? Like there is many other people who are moving in. Just we know 5 to 10 people every month moving from different cities because they got a job in Detroit. They got a job around Michigan because there's a lot of automotive industry related jobs plus IT related jobs because of now EV vehicles is creating that demand for both IT and the mechanical.
Yeah.
So those jobs are increasing and people are coming for that reason too. So Windsor economy is increasing. The amount of people or the amount of population in this country in the city is growing.
Yeah. And if I can
And
add to
yeah,
the
go.
students, the University of Windsor, I think in Ontario or maybe in whole Canada, the tuition fees is cheaper compared to all other universities. So that's like a
Yeah,
crowd
so
pull. Yeah,
that's another huge thing. They're
yeah,
bringing a lot of students.
yeah. That makes a lot of difference in the economy. When there is young
Yep,
people coming into city, that brings a lot of economy to the city.
yep.
The jobs, the expenditure, everything.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a lot of opportunities going forward in Windsor. I see there is a lot more growth going to happen in Windsor. So here, Alex asking a question: with an investment of 150,000 has a down payment, value of a house in total of 600 to 700,000 in Windsor, possible for a good cash flowing now. Kuldeep, maybe you want to jump on in the investment property you got for our client recently. Can you share
Yeah,
details on that project?
yeah. So there was a project. Shall we give the numbers as well? I don't know. So
Yeah,
just
just don't tell the address, but you can tell the how
okay.
much you got it for because it's already firm, right? It's already we are
It's
closing what
already
in 2 weeks.
was a project which was it's a fourplex actually, which has a 16 bedroom with four washrooms, and it was listed for like 920 something like that. Can you just share the numbers,
Hmm.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So it was
sure, yeah.
yeah, it was listed for 925, and we made some magic. We know what to do. We know how to run the numbers and did all these things, and we got this property for 760. Okay,
Yeah.
and then we got a 5 days condition to remove the conditions, and while removing the conditions, we crunch the price again because we know where to make things happen, and we can educate our clients to get
Yeah.
things
And what
happen.
was the income on that property?
So the income on that property was like 8,000. It's just collecting $8,000 per month,
So, guys, listen this.
and
760,000, 8,000 income. So it's one person more than 1% rule.
yeah, and then while removing the conditions, we got the property even less than the accepted offer price. So 40,000 we got reduction on the price. So it's completely we got this property for 720, which is generating
What?
eight. Yeah,
Oh, I missed that part. I didn't know that you crunched another 40,000.
yeah. So it's generating almost 8,000 per month. That's a huge.
But
Even
but
as
the thing is
a
that
like
that's a rare deal. That I haven't seen those deals come up, and it's a motivated seller. I
and you
think
know
they're in a some.
exactly these kind of things are like every investor's dream. Every
Yeah,
investor should have a project like this in their portfolio to this kind of deals are it's like your portfolio is
yeah.
crazy.
So, Alex, for your question to your answer, you can look for those kind of small multifamilies where there was a lot of potential to increase that income and a lot of different things. But for 700, 600,000, 800,000, anywhere from triplex, fourplex, even sometimes fiveplex, depends on what challenges the property has. And if you're willing to take some challenges, you can get properties, things like that, where opportunity for making good cash flow. Even with this interest rates, that investor is going to make $1,000, $1,500 cash flow.
No,
So
more than
of
that.
course, that, yeah, but
Exactly.
again, it might be a little bit more. But the thing is, if you focus on looking for opportunities like that, you will
Yeah,
find it. It might take some time. You got to have
exactly.
some patience. You got to
Yeah,
write offers. You got to negotiate one step at a time.
yeah.
Those kind of things possible.
And
If you want someone who wants to focus on just only appreciation, you're okay with the the less cash flow. You want to go into more like family areas, then you're more looking at single family homes with a in-law suite option. Might not make positive cash flow. You can get it around 600, but if you want positive cash flow, the small multifamilies is the best place right now.
yeah, so if you go for a single family near to South Windsor or something like that, the value of the property is going to be appreciated quicker. So that's a different game plan, and that's a different scenario where you can make things happen in those things as well. Yeah.
Yep. And Sam says, what is good about living in Windsor beside the cheap housing?
You
Let's, how about this? Each one
can,
of us each one of us will share one or two things that we love about Windsor. We'll start with Mamta. She's been sitting quiet. What do you love?
It's very quiet
Mm-hmm.
compared to bigger cities. And if we want to go somewhere, it's like 15 minutes end to end. Yeah, that's what I love about Windsor.
Okay. How about you, Arsha?
Yeah, it's the proximity to the states.
I love that. Yeah. All the big games, all the big things happen in
I
Detroit.
drive down to Ohio in 2 hours, and I drive 3 hours to Toronto.
Hey, by the way, actually, this our negotiator and me are going to Detroit after this call.
oh yeah, that's a good thing about Windsor. So you can just jump in. Even there's a joke I want to share. So there was
Yeah,
a movie,
please.
Indian actor, like South Indian movie. We all friends was going there. Like, and once we submit the passport to the immigration officer there,
Immigration office.
yeah, he was asking, "Are you guys going to an Indian movie?" So we were shocked, and he was saying like, "Is it a South Indian actor?" And we said like, "Yes, yes." Even set the timing. That means that many of people staying in Windsor are going to there even just to watch a movie. So that's
Yeah,
how
just
friendly.
to have fun because it's a major city, right? Just like Toronto, we have all the
Exactly,
things happen here.
I
exactly.
know people doing groceries in Detroit.
You know what? I think that
They
that
save
might
a
start
lot.
a little
They
bit.
save at least $200 a month,
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that's true.
even after paying for the bridge or the tunnel. They still save money.
Yeah.
And then
Anything else you like about Windsor?
yeah, so when the summer comes up, you get a fishing license for $40, and then you go fish for free. Get your
Oh
fish,
my
and
God,
that's a fun thing
that's
to do.
that's my favorite part, the riverside.
Yeah,
Damn, that
Yeah.
5 kilometers trail. I
you know, we
love. I
even got the fish the other day, and we cooked fish as well, like fish.
yeah.
So
You cannot
lots
see
of fun.
that. That's my favorite one. The riverside. Damn, like it looks so beautiful.
Yeah.
Damn, what's your favorite, Kulip?
So my favorite is this is what I said, like all
Fishing.
fishing in every activity. Housing, fishing, like fishing. And then there's the university nearby and Detroit in the other side. Yeah. So even just for a birthday party, the other day you was visiting with your family, right? Just for a
Yeah,
birthday party, you went there, had a birthday party, and came back. So it's like yeah. So that's a
yeah.
good part about Windsor. And as
What's
Mamta
your
mentioned,
favorite? Sorry, go
as
ahead. Go ahead.
the traffic. If
Yeah,
I myself, I never had a chance to get on time. But when you come to Windsor, if I say I'm coming there in 10 minutes, I can make it happen in 10 minutes because there is less traffic here. Whereas
yeah, that's true.
10 minutes is definitely going to be like 40 minutes or 50 minutes or 1 hour.
Yeah, I feel bad for the Toronto realtors. If they
Yeah,
have to show one.
bro, we are on time here all the time.
That's true. What do
Yeah.
you like, Vinesh?
So yeah, like you guys covered most of the points. Like, but I say first thing, I have, for God's grace, I haven't moved anywhere out of Windsor since the day one to Canada. I like Windsor so far, and yeah, I would say it's affordable housing, affordable in all manners, right? Any like even we talk to day, every clients they saying we cannot afford the housing there in Toronto. We get a bigger house here, live a transit is very easy, commute is very easy, and technology has made like a lot of upgrades, like work
Yeah.
from home. I mean, and wonderful schools. I have to mention it for
Oh,
sure, right?
that's
Like,
true.
I mean, South Windsor, like, I mean, better. Like,
Albert
it's a
Trail.
rated.
Yeah,
So,
Albert
I
Trail.
mean, you have to live here, and then you touch and feel every day, and then you would love it. And mentioning about Detroit, like, I mean, I could feel it, like when I
What
want
did
to
you
go
do last
travel.
week?
Yeah,
What
I
did you
went
do
to
in
a
Detroit?
stand-up comedy show to Detroit. Like it was like I was showing properties till Sunday evening, and then it was getting late, and then I was rushing to the border because the border it can take late, right?
Why
But
why
again,
didn't
like
you go in Canada? Why did you go to Detroit?
no, like the show is like happens in Toronto, right? Like it takes me 4 hours to drive, 4 hours
Yeah.
back. Like I'll be literally tired like by the end of the day if I reach home. But Detroit, like I just did like 40 minutes there and 40
Mhm.
minutes back. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm
And
home 40 minutes. So it's like,
what I wanted to say is like,
yeah,
what show was it? It's a Tamil show, right? Like
yeah. It's a Tamil comedy show,
Tamil
stand
comedy
up show.
show.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
It's
that
and
the Detroit area is very immigrant heavy,
friendly.
like
Yeah, yeah,
Toronto. Yeah, because
yeah,
a lot of immigrants from across different backgrounds. There are a lot of Telugu people, Tamil people, Malayalis, and
yeah.
even Punjabis. So that's where like you find all these authentic related events in Detroit a lot.
Yeah, and one more thing, like if you want to fly to like anywhere to your
Oh,
home,
that's a
like
good
it
point.
can be anything like India or whatever, like your first thing, your tickets are cheaper, to be very honest
Yep,
with you.
yep.
Yeah.
Second thing, like very easy commutable. You can just, like 30 minutes you can be at the airport and 30 minutes back and forth.
And
Simple
no
as that.
traffic even for that
Yeah,
airport.
yeah, it's like you can just ask your friend to drop it and come back. Like it's so simple. So nice. Like I really enjoy and I want to stay in
Oops.
Windsor.
Sorry, guys. I think
No. So
yeah, yeah. And one of my other point is like it's a smaller city, but it's not that small.
yeah,
When I came to Windsor 8 9 years ago, there was not enough activities or family gatherings or more community, because we are all everyone have their own different communities that they belong to. And most all of us belong to Indian community. Like we came from India and we love seeing our food, right? Like we want all the groceries for our food, we want the restaurants, we are foodie, at least I am foodie. So
I'm
we want all this so those were not there before, but now, damn, just my friends, like 7 friends have restaurants.
exactly. Yeah. There's a lot of impact. There's a lot of impact going on in Windsor.
Yeah,
We go.
now we can literally find everything, every grocery that we need for international. So yeah, Sam, that's your answer.
To Costco, like Costco, to Walmart,
Yep.
Superdry,
Oh, there is no two Costco's, bro. Only
no,
one.
one Costco. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it
But
that like?
two Home Depots, two Home Depots,
Yeah.
No, the
two
second one
Walmart.
is in Detroit
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
accessible too. So we have two Costco's.
The Axo, the bar, restaurants.
Yeah. Now a lot of activities. It's not that small. It's
Uh,
just small. Yep. Robert, I hate the licensing for certain individuals who only have one, two rental properties. They have to pay as much as somebody who own an entire apartment complex. It is a joke. Robert, trust me, I feel the same, because I was talking to the team the other day. Like I have like now 3 properties in the ward 1 and 2, and all the properties have 2 units. One of them actually, two of them actually have 3 units. So now I have to pay rental licensing for 9 units. One, two, yeah. So 8 units. 8 units rental licensing. If I had an 8 unit apartment, no licensing, I would have
yeah.
saved $8,000 every year.
I was talking to a couple the other day. Sorry, did I interrupt you?
Go ahead.
So I was talking to a couple the other day. They were saying to me like, we bought this property 25 years ago, and we keep on paying. They was renting the property. We keep on paying mortgage and everything. So this is the time the mortgage has finished, and we love to enjoy the income from the property. And now this rental licensing came up, and they have to take care of all those things. And where do we have to get the money from? So we have to go to get the mortgage again, and what's going to happen? So they said like, no, there has to be a solution for this. That's what they were saying to me the other day.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, the sad part is, if any city people watching this, please rethink on your decision. It's a bad impact on the overall, especially where this kid's gonna go. There's a lot more demand going to increase. They have to pay more rent, because at the end, what happened in Toronto when the price has gone up, the rent's gone up. So
Yeah.
now you want the kids who are coming new to the country, because landlords, they're working their ass off to buy that property. Now they have all these expenses. So what they're going to do, they're going to put it on the tenants, because there will be less units, less rooms available. So obviously it's going to impact on the students. So you want more housing, but you want to put this kind of pressure. So rethink on that. And of course, there is a community who are against this rental licensing. If you want to be part of that community, we are hiring a lawyer. We are chipping in some money for every investor who owns properties in that area. We are chipping in some money. We are trying our best. Again, once the law is passed, it's not that easy, but some try, at least some efforts we are putting in to um, get this licensing revoked or amend and do some better, like be a little bit more reasoning, take the grandfathered into account. Because height, you cannot change that. Freaking thing is old. All the properties in this area are, majority of them are over 70-80 years old, and they're grandfathered in. And there is a, in the building bylaw code, there is a saying of existing thing, they allow for it. And you bring up a new law asking to have the higher height. That's not fair. Keep making it safe. If you want to make it safe, if you're concerned about making it safe, you can just go inspect all these units. You have right to walk in. You just need to knock the door, or book schedule for every street, or one inspector for every month, every week for certain streets, and go inspect. You have that right anyways. You can do that anyways. And why just the university area? Why just St. Clair College area? It's for safety. Is safety for any house. It can be checked on every area, every house in the whole Windsor Essex. For that, you don't need license. This is extra cost. That's extra burden on the investors, on the students, on the renters, on everyone. Just because city want more money, or just now they increase the tax rate by another like 3% or 4%.
Yeah.
That's another additional thing. Like, you're increasing this when the city is in a growing mode. Doing this kind of silly things is not a good thing. And of course, when there is a challenge, when there is problems, there will be opportunities created. That being said, being all those said, if you, for smart investors, now they can leverage this situation and bargain prices.
That's the right fish.
Yeah, catch the right fish. So if you're watching this channel and you're on this, if you're on towards financial freedom, having investment properties,
Exactly.
hey,
You go to contact now.
yeah, exactly. So going on to the next questions. Man, it's already 7:50. Damn, I didn't realize. The time just fly when we talk to each other and when we talk to these guys. Oh man, love it. Myth, what do you expect in next 6 months in Windsor market? I'll shut my mouth because I love to hear my rock stars' opinions, and then I'll share mine.
Guruji.
Go.
I'll go
No
first.
one has to say you. Go,
Okay,
go.
I'll go first. Okay.
Yeah.
So as already like since we know that the Bank of Canada has paused it last time, uh, for myself at least, I see the buyers have a better confidence when they come to the board. Uh, so that itself gives a good positive note, and numbers speaks better than anybody, right? The average price has gone up, and with the reports and with the significant amount of projects lined up towards Windsor, I feel why not? This is gonna go crazy, right? And this is fair guess, and then fair guess is making exactly correct numbers. It makes sense, right? Logically, it makes sense, right? And yeah, as I said, like this is the best time if people are rethinking to buy it, so that they can reap all the benefits and profits. When the market's shifting, they get all the fruits in their hands.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I completely agree with you, Vinish. You made a very good point here. This is the market where you don't even have to force appreciate. You just need to get in
yeah,
and
yeah,
stay on it for
yeah,
just 6 months or 1 year. Because at one point, the Windsor market already touched 720
yeah,
average home price. That means there is still a room of 150. That means, like, if you do in terms of percentages, 21%. So if you
yeah,
buy a property right now, in my prediction, in next 1 year, you can expect at least that much of appreciation. That's my prediction. Again, we are not financial advisor guys. We are just a random guys on YouTube, random realtors who know some basic stuff. They're just sharing their opinions. Please do your due diligence. Please consult your professional advisors. We are just a random people who has some dumb as mind who thinks about what they think. So
Kind of. To add some point to this question, so if I can answer in my way, it's not what the market says for coming next 6 months, it's who you deal with. So all you have to have is a right guidance for your investment,
yeah,
proper way of investment. That's
yeah,
it. That's what I say. So if If you have a right
I
guidance, fine.
love that. And also, that adding to that point, doesn't matter where the market is going.
Exactly.
One cool thing with Windsor that I love even till the day is the cash flow. I
Exactly.
just made an offer on a pre-construction for myself.
Yeah.
This pre-construction, if I add another unit, like he's giving a finished basement, I just need to make it legal, add a kitchen. It will break even for a brand new construction detached home in one of the best neighborhoods. It will break even. Or if you go for some little older properties, you can make positive cash flow, like the one that Kuldeep was mentioning. The fourplex cash flow is there, and if
Yeah.
you're an investor who wants to invest, there is a growth opportunity. But just buy a property that can break even or positive cash flow and
To
sit on it.
Yeah, exactly. To add a point for this question, we made when the times was tough, we still made sales. How did we make sales? It's because we know what to do in the market. So even in tough times, we made the sales. Like
Yep.
we never stopped making sales, even in tough times. Like there
Yep.
was times in city where everyone was calm down, but we made the sales because we
Yeah,
knew
because
where opportunity.
exactly. It's always every scenario, there is opportunities. There are people who sit on the sideline. If you're
Exactly.
someone looking for opportunities, we can find you those opportunities. And if you have to know your situation better, because you come with, if you have any situation, like let's say you're financially ready now, if
Yeah.
you're sitting right now like to invest in something, and you're just not sure where the market is going, here's what I'll tell you. Even today is better, but yesterday was the best. Day before, even in that peak time, I bought a multifamily on March 1st, 2022, when the market was peak. Still, I don't regret for not doing that, because I know that with the strategy that I'm applying on that property, it's going to make positive cash flow for me. And
Yeah.
I'm going to take my money out in next 1 or 2 years, no
Yeah.
matter what happens in the short period.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the overall Canada projections, there is more immigrants coming in and
Exactly.
supply is still less. Canada is suffering. The political things are so much all over. They talk about all the BS, but they cannot increase the supply. So what's
Exactly.
going to happen with the market overall?
And
Yeah.
with this licensing thing, supply is shrinking more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, exactly. So where are these people going to go?
Yeah. And
So that
here
means
is
it's gonna,
yeah. Here is a saying like, don't wait to get into real estate, and then wait. And
yeah,
we are here
that's a
to
very
educate as much as we can to make things happen.
classic but
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to some more questions here. Oh, actually, point. Robert, Windsor will continue to become booming for a simple reason. People cannot afford to live in GTA. Windsor is a baby Toronto. I love that. Baby Toronto. I love that. Diverse culture, jobs, US border, only downfall, crime and homeless. Again, crime and homeless. I will comment on that too. I agree with you to some extent, but also I don't disagree. I disagree on to some extent, Robert. When it's talking about crime, I lived in downtown area. I lived in that homeless shelter where it is. My first house was on Parent and Wyandotte, and my second house is on Wellington and Wyandotte. Those are one of the rough areas.
Yeah.
One of the rough areas. It's not the crime. Honestly, I haven't seen the crime. She used to take bus. She used to come walk.
Comes to people and their mindset. That's it.
It's just, yes, there are homeless people and they're sometimes on the drugs. You see them, they are not harmful. Maybe you will see some stupid things like breaking the windows because they're so high. That would happen having a proper security. And they might even burn your toilets if you have a plastic toilets outside. This is a real story. I don't know if you guys know. um, our my the property I told you, I bought it in March 1st last year. This one, I have renovations going on, and my contractors put a toilet, the portable toilet in the back,
Another story.
and they burned that down. You know
It's
why?
possible.
Because they're in the high. But the crime is like, we haven't seen like physical crimes. We have seen this kind of stupid things happen.
Yeah,
Have a
we
proper
haven't seen the gun
security.
violence, nothing like that. We haven't seen any gunfires or something like that.
Exactly. So from a crime point of view, I disagree. But from a homeless point of view, yes, unfortunately, that thing is there in the downtown. If you're someone don't like to, see this kind of thing happen, maybe stay away from downtown, the core downtown where this homeless shelter is, probably like within 1 kilometer radius of that, and also like end of the sandwich, not close to university. Close to university is in area where a lot of students, but end of sandwich, there's some streets there, you will see those kind of things. And Ford City, some parts Ford City is actually improving quite a lot, much better than it was, but it's still, you will see some streets in that area too. So if you are not fond of, if you don't want those kind of places, they're the cheapest one. People who focus on cash flow, they go for, like me. That's why I bought my first property there, second property there, uh, even
No.
even third property also on end of sandwich, Peter Street, Peter and
Oh,
South.
yeah.
And the best returns I made was all these three properties.
Exactly.
It's
That's why
hustle.
it's all about the person who educates you to make right things happen. Then you make good things for you.
Yeah. And for me at that point, the reason was very simple. I didn't have money actually to pay more. Reality is that I didn't have money. So
Yeah.
instead of saying I want a perfect one, I said, let me start with this whatever I have. I had like 5 or 8 thousand. At that point, my first house was in 2017
Yeah.
beginning,
Yeah. March.
March.
First.
So my first house was literally walking distance from that homeless shelter on the period.
Yeah.
And I didn't had any win, but I sold that property after one and a half year. I made 70,000. I invested $88,000.
So how much is it? Like good amount of 1,000%.
1,000% return is in 1.5 years.
Who can give you? Maybe you can earn 80,000, but you can't save 80,000. So that's the impact where you step into a right project, you make good money out of it.
Yeah. But again, just caution is, yes, it is not that simple. It's not the areas that are cookie cutters. You have to make certain things. You have to be careful. You have to tenant to the right people. You have to make sure there is enough security. So, and be prepared for unknowns.
Yeah.
I'll be connecting with you guys soon. Thank you, Alex. And by the way, guys, if anyone need any help in Windsor, we are here. We are the realtors who are focused with people, first-time home buyers, investors who are looking to sell. Of course, because we have I think 100,000 plus following across all platforms. Who knows how to sell? Who knows how to buy? But here is one simple value that I never shared on videos. But what we follow, our core values of Win City is we look after our clients. If we are representing you as a buyer, we want to get you the best possible deal. If we are working with you as a seller, we want to get you the best possible money from that deal, for that deal. And we have all the skills to do it, and because we put our clients interest first after our commission. There is, I can go on the examples. I don't want to go there.
Yeah.
Our
With
results.
your permission, with your permission, can I share my recent experience?
Please.
There is this beautiful cash paying property making $5,000 of income, and then the seller ran into trouble, and he could not close. And we didn't want our buyer to lose the opportunity,
Yeah.
so we helped the seller to. When so many people gave up,
Yeah.
the seller was in a desperate situation. He's caught in a web, you can say, and he was not able to sell.
Yeah.
So we helped him because that's the best for our buyer.
Exactly. We went
We
a
are
step
representing
ahead.
the buyers,
Like,
but we help the seller so
yeah.
that the seller is happy, buyer is happy, everyone is happy.
Yeah.
That was
I
a
love that story because his lawyer, he hired three lawyers, and three lawyers said he
yeah,
cannot close it. And how come our lawyers can close it? Right? And by
that's
the
why
way,
that's
we have a great lawyer. He was on the show last week.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nanda, he was on the show.
Nanda,
Great
he
lawyer.
was the gentleman who helped everyone out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Even though it was not our client, but again, that's the thing, right? Like we put our clients and we try to go a step ahead, and with the connections we built over the period, we have like solid mortgage people, solid lawyers, insurance brokers, or
Even the
contractors.
contractors, everyone.
Yeah, inspectors. Pretty much like we are a one-stop shop. Like, many people ask me for mentorship. Hey,
Yeah.
if you're working with my team and me, it means we are your mentors. You're not getting one mentor, you're getting five mentors right here.
Yeah, yeah. We are proud to say we are a part of Windsor.
Yeah, thank you. And again, it's not me at all. It's all of us together. What makes, become it puts
Yeah.
us as a strong team.
And you were saying
So,
we even got our 24th place in all over Canada.
oh yeah, actually we are ranked, and this is last year. This
Yeah,
year, I'm aiming for the number one or two or three. So last year we were rated based on the volume. Even though Windsor is a smaller price point,
yeah.
still Win City is ranked as a 28 all across Canada with the amount of volume that we made.
Wow, that's really great. That's really
And
great.
I think just 2 weeks ago, Property Spark, they ranked the agents based on the social media, who has the highest social media presence.
Yeah.
Across Ontario, we are number 6. There is no one
Wow,
in Windsor under 20.
that's great. That's
Oh,
great. Let's
Yeah,
keep.
because that's the reason that is so important. It will help you guys, like our clients will
Yeah,
help you, because if you're selling, we have the social media to get the most eyeballs and get the most price. If you're a buyer, we have the contacts to make things happen, and we are
yeah,
well known. So the other realtors, most of the realtors knows us here. When we
yeah.
are negotiating, it's easy because they know we are serious, our buyers
Exactly.
are serious, so they
Yeah,
tend to be more flexible.
exactly. And we step into their shoes to make every deal happen.
Yep. So I think it's already 8:05. I know you guys have to write offers and go have some fun.
Yeah,
Let's take this quick two more points here, and we'll jump out. Yeah. So Mamta wants to bring the new addition to the Win City family.
yeah,
Just to
yeah,
say hi to all of our family, the social media family, the people who are watching. Well, if we are going to create rental licensing, it should not have only been applied to Ward 1 and 2. It should have been applied spread across the wards from the beginning. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you, Robert. That's the thing. City haven't made the right moves. I honestly, it's not the right move. By the answers you guys are giving, you believe the Bank of Canada will not raise the rates again this year. Minimum wage of Ontario goes to 16.5 in October. Will the inflation not rebound? So what I'm hearing from banks, again, I had a meeting, a lunch with the whole South Ontario regional mortgage manager in the Scotia. So she is like the head of, I think, 200 agents across from Brampton to all the way here Windsor. This whole South, the Scotia head, the mortgage head. I asked the exact same question to her, and here's what she told me: we are hearing there might be a rate drops before by October, by maybe even now June or July or August, because they follow certain criteria. They look at not only just one wages. They look at multiple things to decide their rates. So they are projecting again. We could be wrong, we could be right, but let's
this
focus on.
week to yeah.
Yeah, sorry, what's that?
I think I said like this is a little sneak peek for the future prizes because
Yeah, yeah, exactly. There
hello.
you go. Hello, everyone. This is the little addition to the Win City. Say hi. Hi, Papa. Hi, everyone. Thank you all for supporting this cute little family. And she's a good listener from the day one. Look,
Yeah,
she's not going to, if we are talking, she's going to just stay quiet. If we are not talking or if you're not looking at her, she's going to shout. Robert says, Wellington and Wyandotte, bless your heart. And God blessed me. Honestly, those are the best returns I got. I'll share one example. I got this property on Peter Street and South. I bought it in April 2018 for 107,000. And I sold it in May 2023. Sorry, 2022, when the market started dropping for 405. 107 and 405. Triple the price. But that's not the kicker. How much I invested. Look at that. She's also excited. So I bought it for literally 20% down, and that is 107, what, 20,000 or 22,000. Returns on it, 300,000, close to 300,000. So do your math.
A joke.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And the Wellington I told you, that one, I bought it
Joke.
for 180,000, I believe, somewhere around there,
Yeah.
with the 20% down, which is 40,000, give or take. And I appraised that property and I refinanced and took the money out and reinvested in different projects. For 600,000 was the appraisal value last year in February.
Yeah.
600,000 appraisal value. I took almost like 300,000 from that deal, and I didn't
That's
even
a
sell. I still have the property. It's still break even.
Yeah.
I put 40,000. I took 300,000 out, and now that 300,000 making me returns elsewhere.
Yeah.
So
So there's one
sometimes,
property which is giving you other property in your portfolio.
yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, so Alex says fun after 8:05. Oh my God. You know what? I think we are all real estate nerds. We love talking about Windsor. We love Windsor. We love real estate. So it's just the time just passed by. Scotiabank was on the list of top 10 in the world. Who are the short seller list? TD was number one, over 3 billion in short sellers. Wow. Wow. That's good to know. Yep. So, guys, what? Let's just quickly take one more question, guys. I think I don't want to hang people out with their questions. So bear with me here. What is a bungalow versus a ranch? Great question. Do you guys want to answer? Then I'll answer. I'll give my answers, my thoughts. Difference between bungalow and ranch.
It's the same thing.
These two guys don't know. They're confused.
Oh,
Like when you enter the house, all the bedrooms, bathrooms, living, kitchen, everything is in one
Same
place.
level.
It's a bungalow.
Same level, right?
It's like a British English and American English, the same word.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's the
The
same.
British call it bungalow, Americans call it ranch.
There you go. I love that.
We are in Windsor, so that's why both is happening.
Exactly.
Oh, I love this. Robert says, I expect to see the baby blue suit next video from my man on the bottom right next video. What's that?
The
Bottom
bottom
right
right.
next video.
Who's the bottom right? Just put the shirt color or t-shirt color or whatever. Who's the bottom right?
Oh, okay. Sure. Yeah. If you know it, then we can do it.
Yeah.
So it's a bottom blue suit next video.
From
He's asking from one of us to have a bottom blue suit next video. But who is that?
to see.
I'm confused actually now.
I think he saw the poster or something.
So he's saying one of us to use a baby blue bottom suit.
He's looking at one of us on the bottom right of his screen. He wants that person to wear a baby blue suit in the next video.
Okay, gotcha. So, oh, sorry, man. We're all not so good with English. Sorry, Robert. Confusion. So, Lakan asks, I see in your post, bungalows are worth less than the ranch on your post. So, these terminologies are very confusing. But generally, from a regular use words, ranch and bungalows are very similar. Maybe if the board
She meant a
uses
raised ranch.
raised ranch, exactly. So probably raised ranch. Yes, that's true.
Raised
And
ranches
that's,
are more expensive than bungalows.
and that's right, actually. So you're not talking about ranch, then you're talking about
Yeah.
raised ranch. So yes, raised ranches are worth generally because the raised ranches are newer homes than the bungalows. Bungalows are more 50 years old. But that being said, yes, the preferability in Windsor, I have seen raised ranches has more demand. I see Happy Realtor is very happy. Why?
Uh,
I get this guy.
English guy.
I got this guy.
I got you, bro.
I think he is more excited about race trends, I guess.
No, he got something. I still
I was looking at Lucky and Banks and laughing at it.
gotcha. So,
Yeah,
oh, the photo.
yeah,
Oh, but so she's asking, like, what is a raised ranch? So the raised ranch is when you enter into a house, it's like few steps up. Whereas bungalow, when you enter into a house, all bedrooms, kitchen, living, everything on the same floor. Whereas raised ranch is like this. So you go up few steps up. That's where. So your main floor is on the not in the entrance. It's just you have to go a few steps up, and you have to go a few steps down for the basement. So generally, the raised ranches have a higher height. Bungalows have a lower height in the basement. So your basement is more in the under the ground in the bungalows. In the raised ranch, your basements are raised, little bit more raised. Your flooring is raised.
yeah.
Half the basement is above ground, half is below ground in a raised ranch.
Yep. Oh, I'm glad someone asked about the Monday event, the social media event. I think it's not Monday. It's actually oh yeah, it's Monday. Sorry. So yes, all the Win City team will be at the event. All the realtors will be there. Um,
Yeah.
if you are someone, a realtor or aspiring realtor, want to learn about social media, about all these things, how I started, what I do often. If you wanna, if you believe in social media but you don't know where you're going, or you don't know or you feel like you can improve your social media presence for to generate more business, then that event is for you. Go on my Instagram, Aditya Kumar Soma. There is a link in my bio. Register. It's a small fees. Even if you don't want to pay that fees, just go into my reel. You will see a small code. Use that, free. Come for the event, 2 hour session. You will enjoy it. And I'm bringing a guest. This guy is like a huge guy who is like like a Kuldeep. So you future, okay?
Kuldeep is going to be like him.
Yeah.
Okay, all good.
I love that. I love the spirit.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Ramandua.
Yeah, Ramandua.
I love the spirit.
Same ex gentleman.
Oh man. So
Sandeep,
yeah, so he's gonna
biryani. Actually, try to bring a biryani if you're on that day.
try to bring a
Biryani.
Because he's coming from out of town. I don't know who's he. Like, I'm just saying.
happy
Yeah,
realtor
yeah.
is hard to get nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. We'll have biryani too after the event. Whoever wants to stick around, who is coming, maybe we can go out for dinner.
Ooh. This is getting more crazier now.
Awesome. So one more question from Lakan. Thank you for answering. So you can only do ADUs on raised ranch, not bungalows. No. We didn't say that. You, Papa also want to answer the question. You want to? She's saying, nah. That's not true. Let my Papa explain. So it all depends on what is your basement height. Generally, raised ranches, generally, right? Everything depends on property to property. Generally, raised ranch has bigger windows, more height. Of course, they're more priced too. Whereas bungalows, like my house, there's a lot of bungalows in South Windsor, Forest Glade, East Windsor, all these 50 years old properties. They're mostly bungalows. Most of them have a perfect, like right good enough height to making a legal unit. So it's all about what's the height in that property. Okay. Okay, we'll take one last question, guys, and we'll leave. I think we gotta go to US. We're gonna have some nice biryani and all. Jatin, how much duplex cost in Windsor? How much cash flow will it make? Guys, I want you to answer.
So it all
Okay,
depends.
for an investment property, this is what my cash. Oh, sorry, Kuldeep.
No. Go on.
For an investment property, this is what my analysis has been. General rule of thumb, for one door, $150 to $200 cash flow. So duplex, you can expect anywhere between 300 to 400. If it's a single family home, you are probably looking at 150 to 200 with a 20% down payment.
Yeah, with 30 years amortization. Again,
Yes.
that's in general, right? That's I
In
love
general,
that.
yeah,
And
general rule of thumb, yeah.
coming to the how much prices, maybe Kuldeep, you sold a lot more duplexes in recent times. So what was the prices that you have seen?
So it depends on the location and condition of the property. So somewhere near 400, 350, 400, 450. Somewhere
Yeah.
near there.
So the 350, 400, 450 is
Yeah.
more in a downtown area, more in Fort City, more in South Windsor, West Windsor. If you're looking at more Walkerville, probably you will see more. And also it depends on the condition, what condition the property is right now. So, but in general, you can expect like a average or below average duplexes around 400 give or take, and
Yeah.
nicer duplexes around 500 give or take.
It
And that
completely
being
depends
said,
on how many
we
rooms.
have we have a two legal duplexes coming in onto the market. One is
Yeah.
a turnkey investment,
Yeah.
completely turnkey near university.
Yeah.
It's coming soon. 450 McKeown, um, two legal units, two bedroom and two bedroom, 1600 and 1500 plus hydro and gas, completely renovated. So 3100 rent. Tenants pay for hydro and gas, you pay for water. Do your math for 500,000. Right now it's off market. If you want it now, 500,000, you make an offer, you get it. It's going on to the market soon. So probably we will have a bidding war, this and that.
I'm gonna talk to Lakin personally.
Perfect.
I'm
Guys.
just joking.
Oh man, you became a Canadian. I'm now not catching your.
I was just joking because I like the picture.
Oh yeah,
Please,
Rudy wants to join. Come
Yeah,
on.
please show Rudy. Hi, Rudy.
Hello.
ఎవరికి చెప్తున్నావు
Hey, Jennifer.
who's
Hi,
Chetty
Teddy Bear. Hi everyone.
Right, right.
Say hi to Ahilya.
Hi, Alya.
Hi.
Say hi to Windsor.
I'm with the family.
Wow.
Perfect.
Oh.
So guys, so it's time for us to have fun and take a trip to Detroit. I'll
Yeah.
see you guys in the next week. Hope you had fun. Hope you got some questions answered. If you have more questions, just DM us on Instagram. All of us are on Instagram. So see you there. Have a wonderful evening.
And try to
I will-
get to
Yes.
this Monday's event. We can have
Yes.
more talks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Try
Yep.
to
Yep.
in your words.
Yep. So the event on 10th, it's in person, 8 to 10, 8 to sorry 6 to 7, 6 to 8 p.m. You have to register.
Yeah.
There's a small fees. Go on to my Instagram,
Is it about-
check it there. Yeah. Anyone wants to learn about social media, that event is for them. More specifically for realtors.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Awesome.
let's have-
Thank you for reminding.
Yeah.
Take care.
Thank you.
Peace.
Bye.
Peace.